Hey everybody, welcome back to Caroline's Closet. I have been horrible and not doing my updates on the fastest sales in April or May because time has just been flying by so fast and sales have been down lately, so I feel guilty taking time away from listing and actually trying to make money in order to make videos because I'm not monetized yet, so I don't get anything for this. But it is fun. I like sharing with you guys, and oh, my 7-year-old did my nails, so I've got pretty blue nails. Pretty blue toenails too, but they're hiding under my tennis shoes, and it's already starting to fade away because I've been digging in boxes and cleaning and stuff all day. So anyway, May was a record-breaking profit month for me, which is awesome. It was a year ago May that I started full-time. I went from part-time to full-time. My total income, total earnings, total amount that people paid to me in May of this year was over 4 times what I was paid in May of last year when I first started as full-time, which is awesome. But my actual profits were only about double because my expenses have also tripled to quadrupled within this last year. So, but it was a good month. My last video for my full year of giving you weekly updates, I hit my $800 goal for the week in profit. And then the next week, when I wasn't sharing with you, I only hit like $425, I think it was. So it dropped off to almost in half of my goal. And I have only hit that $800 profit goal once since then because sales have been slowing down. So I don't want you to think that I'm trying to mislead you guys because I was so excited that week to hit my goal, and then I haven't been sharing ever since, and I haven't hit that goal very much ever since. So I will get back to that though. Anyway, quick update on May since it was my record-breaking profit month. I'll give you a quick breakdown, and then I'm going to do some of my favorite sales from June so far. So basically within the last 2 weeks. It's June 19th now. So in May, I sold 227 items. It was a record-breaking profit month, but in March and April, I had shipped out over 240 items both of those months. So my total number of items went down, but profit went up largely because I was selling a lot of the pallet merchandise, the higher-end items that may have had a bigger profit per piece. So there's that. In May, of my 227 items I sold, 8 items sold within 1 day of me listing them, 9 items sold within 2 days, 9 more items sold the second day essentially. Between 3 and 7 days, 20 items sold. And then after 7 days, but before 30 days, 45 more items sold. Between 1 month and 2 months, 38 items sold. 2 to 3 months, 14 items sold. And then items that were between 3 months and 1 year listed, 66 items sold. And then last month I also did some big sales and increased promoting on some items on eBay or moved them to cheap auction items. I'm really trying to get rid of old merchandise. So I had 24 items that sold last month that were over 1 year. They were between 1 and 2 years. And then 11 items that sold last month were over 2 years old. They've been listed for over 2 years, finally sold. The majority of those were only about a $2 to $3 profit, and originally hoping for like 10 to 15. But I also have gotten pickier with what I source now. So stuff that I bought 2 years ago, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, why would I have ever thought that that would sell? But I am trying my best to get something out of these items and push them out the door as fast as I can. And then every month, obviously, more items hit that 1 year mark. And so they go into my list of things I need to push out the door. But that is one of my goals, is to reduce my overall length of time that I hoard stuff. So, but I do want to make money off of it if I can. And obviously some stuff does sell after sitting for 2 years. So, and one of them I think I still ended up with like a $60 profit on. I forget what it was, but yeah. There's a pair of Balenciaga shoes that sat for over 2 years and I still ended up with a $60 profit on them. I just had to wait for the right buyer and the right sale price at the same time that the right buyer was there. So anyway, that's my May sales, and now I'm going to show off some of my favorites for so far in June. I hope you guys are having great sales. So here's what's been selling for me. Okay, so starting with my best profit so far this month is this Army knife and sheath. Now this is my best profit that doesn't count any pallet merchandise, because otherwise I'd just be showing off pots and pans and vacuums and small appliances and stuff like that, and that's boring. And that's not what I would normally find out thrifting or in general. So best profit out of the not pallet merchandise, sold for $69.67 with free shipping. This item was actually given to me by a relative, ended up being $52.13 profit. Okay, so this one is my best profit on a clothing item, which is my main forte, what I like to sell. This one actually sold on Mercari, and I list very few clothing items on Mercari. But this one sold for $44. It was listed for almost 5 months on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. Sold for $44. Mercari's fees are only 10%, so $4.40 to Mercari. I did pay for the shipping on it. I got it on the old shipping rates on Mercari of $6.50 because it was such an old listing. It was grandfathered in to their old rates. It gave me $33.10 back after it sold. So that's my highest profit on a clothing item so far this month. This heater makes the favorites list because A, it is a decent profit, and B, it's a little out of my comfort zone, not something I would normally pick up, but kind of just general knowledge of watching American Pickers and shows like that and seeing what they get really into. I knew there was some value in old heaters and stuff. I was scared to plug this thing in to test it because it just seems like a major fire hazard and I didn't want it to like blow up in my face. But I did test it and the coils all heated up and it seemed to be blowing hot air, seemed to be doing what it's supposed to do. So I sold it $44.67 plus shipping. I ended up making about $38.25 on this heater. Alright, this tankini made it to the favorites list because I actually bought it for myself, super cheap from Wish.com. I went ahead and ordered 3 of them. They ended up being about $10 each, different colors, different sizes to see. Stuff from Wish doesn't always fit the way the size says it's supposed to, and it's one of those Chinese-made cheap stuff. Anyway, I bought 3 of them. My intention was to pick the one I liked the best and sell the other 2, but I ended up keeping 2 of them. Listed this one, it sold within a month, $24.54 with free shipping. But like I said, I only paid about $10 for it, and yeah, it was just basically getting my money back. Plus I made a little, so I can say it paid for one of my other swimsuits. Okay, this makes my favorites because it is the only Coach item I've come across so far that I was actually able to list on Amazon. Brand new, tagged and everything. $92.67, and it sold within 24 hours of me putting it up on Amazon. I put it on Amazon, Poshmark, and eBay. It had likes everywhere right away. It's just a Coach men's wallet, and I did pay $40 for it, but it sold for $92.67. Shipping is included in that. Still like $35-ish in profit for me, and yeah, the only Coach item so far that Amazon has let me list, so I was super excited that I could put it up, and then it worked out well for me. This little 10 Bears purse is on my favorites list only because I was so happy to see it go. It's been listed for over a year. It was one of the first items I listed on Poshmark, so when it hit the 1-year mark and had me with some old inventory on Poshmark, it kind of saddened me. Kind of looks like a Vera Bradley in style, and it's just super cute and brand new with tags, but ended up selling at 50% off on eBay. They paid $11.23. I only paid $1 for it. I ended up with a $5.10 profit. This bundle made it to my favorites list only because that Chico's shirt sat for over a year also. Chico's actually sells really well for me. I know it doesn't for a lot of people, but this top I could not get rid of for the life of me. I had it down to $4 on its own, hoping that somebody would bundle it with something else. If something sells for $4 on Poshmark, you get $1.05. So that would not really be worth my time. But they did bundle it with these tribal pants. I gave them both for $15, plus they paid the shipping. I only paid $1 for each of them, so I still made about a $10 profit on the deal, and I was just happy to finally see that Chico's top sell. Okay, I lied. I said I wouldn't include any palette merchandise, but these little acrylic things really got to me from the palette. I was not sure anybody would ever want them. I had 2 of these neon yellow dream signs, both of which have sold within the last 3 weeks. This one sold just a couple days ago, $14.67. Overall, it's really not more than a couple dollars profit for me because my per piece palette expense was a little high, but I was so happy to see them go. So now I'm just hoping they come back and buy some acrylic picture frames because I only had 2 of these signs and I have about 40 acrylic picture frames. So that is why this one made my favorites list. Here's another one I was glad to see go, so it's one of my favorites so far this month. It's a beautiful silk Trina Turk blouse, but it did end up having a big stain on one of the sleeves near the cuff that I could not get out. I didn't notice it at first. It's really hard to tell, unless you're up close looking for it because of how busy the shirt itself is. So I was hoping somebody would be okay with that. I listed it, I disclosed it, I took pictures of it. I did end up only selling the shirt for $16, but that's okay. It's still over $10 profit back in my pocket, and it did sit for almost 6 months. So I was happy to see that somebody ended up wanting it, and the $16 was a best offer. And here's another one that lasted over a year before it sold. But the funny thing is, it sold once before a few months back on about 50% off for maybe close to $10, $12 plus shipping. And I could not find him for the life of me. So I canceled the sale and then found him the next day. Listed him again. This time he sold on the Australia site. And I ended up actually with a $28 profit for him. And I would have had about a $3 profit for him if I had shipped him out the first time to the original US buyers. So super happy to finally see him go, and he shipped far away. Alright guys, that's 10 of them, my 10 favorites so far this month. I wanted to keep this video under 15 minutes. Figure if I keep them short, down to about 10 items at a time, I can probably convince myself to do this more often. So hopefully you won't have to wait another 2 months before I do a what sold favorite sales. Whatever, maybe eventually I can get down to doing it once a week. But there's my 10 favorite sales so far for the month of June. I hope you guys are all having fun, selling lots, making lots of money, and thank you so much for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and come back for more.